Now with every fire and rescue service attending council having the ability to comment, raise issues, debate and agree policy, there will be a collective responsibility and buy-in on professional positions and the way forward. There will of course be times when I'm sat in front of the Minister, probably the English Minister, 100% of the time, but I'll be sat in front of the Minister and I will be asked to give an opinion or a view on behalf of National Fire Chiefs Council. And of course I will do, but this will be from a very informed position with the committee chairs, the vice chairs and the council backing up that opinion. Obviously I cannot do all this alone. I'm really pleased that we were not short of volunteers for the vice chairs positions and chairs of the coordination committees. The chairs are listed in your programme and I'm sure every one of them will be happy to talk to you about the work of their committees moving forward. And the committees are not closed, meaning not only our members, CFO members can attend, but members from local government associations, blue light colleagues and academia. Where a person or an organisation will add value, they will be invited to the committee. Along with the new structure, we want to have subject matter experts that can talk in the media on behalf of NFCC, very much the same as we see with our senior police colleagues when they represent National Police Chiefs Council. What is really great is the calibre of those chairs and the vice chairs, Hugh Jakeway and Phil Loach. Another significant change will be the way we do business. CFAR was the professional voice of the fire service. It led the way on many issues and working with partners achieved many great things. Safe and well visits, fire as a health asset, fire professional framework, joint procurement, research and development, national operational guidance, and just to name but a few. National Fire Chiefs Council will have an annual plan supported by committee plans and linked together by programme and project management, based on and aligned on to the National Organised Operational Guidance Programme. It will be on the delivery of this plan and the way I represent National Fire Chiefs Council and work with stakeholders that I personally will be judged. Although NFCC is where collective decisions will be made, it's not just about the chiefs and senior professionals that attend National Fire Chiefs Council, although that is very important. The rest of the membership, the regions and working groups are really important too. This is where most of the networking, learning and innovation takes place, and we certainly don't want to stifle that. My only plea is that the issues discussed and developed link to at least one of the committees, and through that to recognise the importance of our annual plan. I want us to learn from each other. I want us to do things once rather than many times. I want us to provide excellent services, value for money and continue to be valued partners. Whether it's national governments, the local government association, local authorities, blue light partners, fire protection association, health, social care, we cannot achieve all we want to achieve alone. Our excellent partnership work needs to stay and needs to develop. This brings me on nicely to service delivery. For many years we've talked about the balance of our work, often described as a three-legged stool of prevention, protection and response. This balance still holds true, and each leg of that stool is important. But just for a little while, I want to concentrate on operational response. It is excellent response that originally built the reputation of Fire and Rescue Service. It is the part of our service that helps open doors so we can carry out the excellent prevention activities we are all so familiar with. Response in the area that carries most risk for us all. It is where, unfortunately, occasionally a colleague loses their life. We've all seen in the last week or so the tragic events at Westminster and the explosion in Merseyside. Incidents will continue to occur. Incidents we need to respond to. As fires decrease, we actually need to train more to ensure our people are as safe as they can be when attending these incidents. Whilst I'm on the matter of operational response, I'd like to address this direct correlation that some people seem to think between the number of fires and the resources we require. To an extent this may be true, but to a great extent the finances available that dictate the resources we have available. Fire has always been resourced on risk, not on demand. For instance, and it's something I use often now, if a town in your area had 100 compartment fires 10 years ago, now only has 50 compartment fires, does that mean it doesn't need an operational response anymore? I don't think so. I'd also like to address one of my pet hates, and I've not heard it used so far today, is the term latent capacity. Latent capacity seems to suggest that we have firefighters standing around doing nothing. I don't think that's true in any of your organisations. I like to use the term discretionary capacity. If fires and incidents are decreasing, we find better work for our people to do, whether it's more training, whether it's community safety, whether it's emergency response. None of our workforce sits around waiting for the next call. Fire as a health asset makes sense and saves UK PLC money. Business and road safety are imperative. It is the balance I'm advocating, alongside the maintenance of operational expertise. It is what we know as integrated risk management planning, and I support a consistent approach to RMP methodology. Not a methodology that stifles innovation, flexibility and a local approach, but a standard practice that can be measured. Talking of standards leads me directly to the fire reform agenda, or should I say in this company, the Home Office fire reform agenda for England. This is yet another reason why operational technical consistency and expertise across the UK is imperative, and the Chief Officer's responsibility for leading professional and technical matters should not be overlooked. I fully recognise the political leadership that is so important in setting strategy at a national and local level. But what I would like to see is a clear definition of operational and technical leadership in order to help us support and deliver political priorities. It is our job as professional leaders to advise politicians as policymakers and then implement the decisions. Who could argue with the three pillars reform outlined many times by the English Minister and again by Chloe today? Efficiency and collaboration, openness and transparency, workforce reform. We've now established the Fire Reform Board with the Local Government Association and Home Office and ourselves, so we sit to review progress. We all know finances are still tight and will be for some foreseeable future. We know collaboration can provide benefits and value for money, which is something we all strive for. Why wouldn't we want to do things once rather than 40 plus times? Why wouldn't we want to take good practice and learn from it and implement locally? Similarly, the People Strategy, agreed in principle, shadowed National Fire Chiefs Council in February, will benefit us all as we implement locally to meet our local needs. One particular aspect of that is diversity and inclusion. We do not have to wait for mass recruitment to work hard on this agenda. Inclusion, retention, progression, succession are all just as important. We are fortunate to have some excellent women role models in our service at the very top now of our organisations. Danny Cotton, Anne Minton, Becky Bryant, Dawn Whittaker, Dawn Docks, Sally Chapman, inspiring women helping us all to move forward. They're all showing particular leadership and we want to support that leadership. We need to be in the same place with other underrepresented groups and make sure the Fire and Rescue Service, I believe, that is a well-kept secret and becomes a job of choice for everyone. Transparency and openness is another important aspect. We are all public servants. We need to be accountable for our decisions and the money we spend. In my new role, I am independent of any fire authority. I take my authority and mandate from the Council, NFCC. And I pledge to lead the way on openness and transparency, whether it's expenses, hospitality, possible conflicts of interest, any other detail, we will be there on the website for you all to scrutinise. In moving forward in this changing agenda, the revision of the English framework, as Chloe mentioned, will be pivotal. We would like to see the National Fire Chiefs Council fully recognised as a go-to organisation for professional and technical advice for fire authorities in all their current and future forms. We'd also like to see the framework recognise the professional and technical leadership of Chief Fire Officers, who then advise and support the political leadership. The framework must recognise the new National Coordination Advisory Framework, NCAF, which comes into place on the 1st of April, which recognises the role of myself as Chair in advising government on fire and rescue matters during a national event. Alongside this work, a professional standards body in England assisting the continued professionalisation of fire and rescue we welcome, and the reintroduction of the fire inspectorate is also welcome. Must I say an inspectorate for England yet again. NFCC would like to see inspection as proportionate, linked to improvement, and with senior fire expertise as part of its organisation. Ensuring National Fire Chiefs Council remains a UK organisation and remains relevant to all four governments is one of my personal objectives. My other priorities are National Fire Chiefs Council to be the professional leaders who are the go-to organisation for advice on professional and technical matters with identified subject matter experts. Maintain a professional fire and rescue service for all the challenge we're experiencing and will experience. Remain the valued partner we are now. Be bold and ambitious while still being collective and supportive. And finally, as a personal ambition, there will be a second chair. If I'm the only one, I would have failed. One of my favourite cliches is change is the only constant. We are in for an exciting and invigorating journey. I believe we're in a really good place. I believe we can be bold and ambitious to move forward, support each other, to work with stakeholders and show the worth of fire and rescue as we balance prevention, protection and response. I truly believe we have a great future together. Thank you.